Alright, my topic is standardized testing. And my major claim is that standardized testing is an inadequate way of measuring students' knowledge because of its bias. I'm going to give two main examples of two different tests and how they're biased, both culturally and economically. The first example that I'm going to go ahead and give is for the SATs. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know where the SATs are. I'm pretty sure most of you guys here took it in order to come into this university. So the SAT plays a major role in granting students acceptance to universities all over the nation. According to Nicholas Lehman, an author of the book The Big Test, The Secret History of American Mediocrity, written back in 1999, he states that the SAT has become the deciding factor of which students get ahead academically and which do not. So which gets accepted to universities eventually become successful and which ones don't. So the students scores by race and economic well-being, where they come from, their background and all that, that has a major impact on their scores. According to Jay Mathis in the article published in Atlantic Monthly, for the high school graduating class of 2002, the average scores for non-Hispanic white out of 1,600 was 1060. For blacks was 857, and for Latinos was 900. So the gap between the blacks and the whites has actually increased over 16 points back from 1992 to today. So you would think that, you know, over time the gap will decrease, but it actually has increased by a lot. The SATs, like I said, are economically and culturally biased. According to Wayne Camara, he's the vice president of the research and development for the College Board, which is the company that makes and distributes the test, the SAT test for all students. It is not the race, but it's the difference in opportunities the students have to get the quality education, the kinds of supports they have in schools and in the community and in home. So wherever they come from, their background, that's the main factor of why they do good or bad in the SATs. Another example of a test that is also biased is the California standardized testing, known as the STAR testing. I'm sure most of you guys took in high school. The main concern or the main reason that this test is not accurate is because the school receives funds depending on how the students score on this test. But if you think about it, the more money the school has, the more they'll be able to teach their students, and the higher the scores they will get. Therefore, they'll get more and more money. So the students or the schools with less funds end up getting hurt at the end. This test also takes a lot of time away from the students learning their main objectives and have to concentrate on this test or test taking skills for standardized testing. And a lot of the students don't really care about standardized testing. They don't know the importance of how this affects their school and how this affects their future. So, as I remember, me and my friends throughout high school, we didn't really care about this test. We just showed up and bubbled most of it in. So, this is according to the parents, to some parents. Can't remember the source right now, but it is unfair to compare institutions that had a lot of resources like money with schools that have low income or poor backgrounds like the inner cities. There's no way to compare the two. So in conclusion, standardized testing is an inadequate way of measuring the knowledge. They just oversimplify and generalize what students should be learning. In reality, due to the lack of the funds that the schools have and other circumstances, that's why the tests favor a group of students over the others. Not every student in the country is able to get the same education due to money.
Mm-hmm.
Try like knock on the door if someone's speaking.
Yeah, just wait, and if you hear them speaking, you can listen. It's not a big deal. All right,